Good morning, student. Myself Manoj Chotia from Raghunath Vidyalaya, Ratangad. We are studying anatomy of flowering plant, in which today's our last topic, secondary growth in dicot root. What is the name of topic? Secondary growth in dicot root. Because in gymnosperm and monocotyledons there is no any secondary growth is found. Most of the dicot plants show secondary growth in roots that is similar to secondary growth in the stem. The dicot that lack secondary growth are herbaceous or are submerged aquatic plant. Means if the secondary growth is absent in dicot plants, then they are submerged or aquatic or herbaceous plant. The secondary growth take place in the older part of the root. The development of secondary xylem, secondary phloem and medullary rays is almost similar to the stem. First of all, it begins the steel region by the activity of procambium present in between the primary xylem and primary phloem. So these are, we can say, this is primary xylem, and this is primary phloem. And among them, these are the cambium which is present between the primary xylem and primary phloem, that is called procambium, and the secondary growth is start from procambium. The strips continue to grow till they reach the pericycle. Means this is endodermis and this is pericycle. So this cambium rings grow towards the pericycle, that is secondary growth. The strips continue to grow till they reaches the pericycle, which also be a vascular cambium is established unequal. Means first of all, the vascular cambium is unequal, and in this diagram whenever we see the procambium is converted into cambium and is equally differentiated in the whole region. The phloem and the leads towards the protoxylem, the leads to formation of a circular cambium, and then the activity becomes equal. First of all, the unequal procambium become equal cambium, and then it starts equally division to make secondary growth. The circular or ringed cambium forms secondary xylem internally and secondary phloem externally. So the secondary phloem forms a ring while the primary phloem is pushed outwards away from primary xylem. Wide medullary rays are also formed. The continued activity of cambium crushes the primary phloem. The increasing girth tears the endodermis, cortex and epidermis. Simultaneously, the phalogen or core cambium arises in pericycle. The epidermis is destroyed and is replaced by periderm. The periderm has the outer layer of dead called cortex, which have waterproof suberin, and inner layers of core cambium that keep replacing the outer cells in a mature root. The primary xylem forms the center and may retain the old cross shape. As water can neither enter or leave a mature root, it only conducts water. The young root help in uptake of water from the soil. So at last, the whole ring of phloem is also performed, and this is primary xylem or protoxylem, and this is metaxylem, and these are the medullary rays are become in this structure. So this is the secondary growth in root. In this chapter only two terms are remained which we are discussing. By the secondary growth in stem, two or four types of wood are performed. What is wood? First of all, we know What is wood? So the definition of wood is secondary xylem is called wood. What is wood? Secondary xylem is called wood. Four types of wood are performed in a stem by secondary growth: hardwood and sapwood, and second spring wood or autumn wood or early wood or late wood. First of all, we are discussing hardwood and sapwood. Whenever the secondary xylem perform the center part of the stem, or we can say it is the wood present in the center of the stem, then it is called hardwood. And whenever the secondary xylem performs outer region of the stem, then it is called sapwood or albumen. Hardwood is known as dead wood of the tree. Hardwood is known as dead wood of the tree because it is blocked with dark staining deposit like tannin, resin, gum, aromatic substances and other colored material collection by the stem. So these substances protect from this wood. These substances protect from microorganism and insects. From microorganism and insects, these materials means tannin, resin, gum, aromatic substances are provide protection to this type of root, and it is hard and durable and resistance to microorganism and insects. These are the characters of hardwood and sapwood. It forms the outer region of the stem. It is known as living wood because the parenchymatous cells are present in it. It is light colored and does not contain these extra materials. These wood conduct or transport the minerals and water towards leaf from root to leaves. It is susceptible or damaged by microorganism and insect. Next, spring wood and autumn wood. Whenever in the season of rainy, commercially using of wood of gymnosperm by conifers, it should be mistaken as a soft wood or causes it is quite hard, and autumn or late wood is quite hard. It is the term used for wood or dicot trees. Whenever we talk about spring wood, means in rainy season this wood is performed, or early wood means first of all this type of wood is become due to secondary growth, and this wood is performed after rainy season, so it is called late wood. And early wood is non-porous because it does not have vessels, and it has 90 to 90% of trachea and 5 to 10% of ray cells, while autumn wood or late wood has so many porous because it contains vessels, and it has mostly vessels are very few tracheates heads along with xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. So these four types of wood are performed during secondary growth in stems. So this is our chapter anatomy of flowering plant. Today this chapter is finished. Now we will study a new chapter in our new class. Thank you. Till then.